This is Alyssa Marie Lira. At first glance, she looks like an ordinary 23-year-old woman, someone you might pass on the street without a second thought. But behind this seemingly unremarkable facade, investigators allege a story of jealousy, betrayal, and brutal violence. According to authorities, Lira is accused of committing one of the most disturbing relationship murders in recent memory. The crime scene was a quiet apartment in a San Diego suburb, the very place her boyfriend should have been safest. Police say she killed him inside his own home and then, in a calculated move to evade justice, disappeared across the border into Mexico. Her swift escape triggered an international manhunt, turning a local tragedy into a complex cross-border investigation. But what could drive a young woman to such a desperate act? And what really happened inside that apartment on that fateful night? In August 2025, a routine welfare check led to a shocking discovery in a quiet Anaheim, California neighborhood. Responding to a call from a concerned family member, police entered an apartment on the 2100 block of East Catella Avenue. Inside, they found the body of 55-year-old Enrique Gonzalez-Carbajal. The scene told a grim story. It was immediately clear to the seasoned investigators that this was no accident or natural death. The evidence pointed to a violent struggle, a brutal homicide. As detectives began processing the scene and piecing together the victim's final hours, their focus quickly narrowed to one person of interest: his girlfriend, 40-year-old Shirley Arnold. But when they went to question her, they found she had vanished. The woman they believed was responsible was nowhere to be found. According to investigators, the relationship between Lira and Gonzalez-Carbajal was a recent and rapid development. They had only been dating for about 2 months, a whirlwind romance that quickly escalated. Despite the short timeline, they had already become deeply intertwined in each other's lives, with Gonzalez-Carbajal becoming a constant presence. But beneath the surface of this new romance, details emerged that gave investigators pause. One of the most prominent facts was the significant age difference between them, 30 years. While an age gap itself is not an indicator of trouble, authorities and those who knew the couple began to question the dynamic it may have created. Friends later told investigators they knew very little about the specifics of the relationship, suggesting it was kept intensely private. Lira had reportedly seemed happy, but in hindsight, some felt a subtle shift in her behavior, a distance they couldn't explain. They didn't have the full picture, but what they did know was that something had clearly gone terribly wrong. On August 25th, police were called to the apartment. When officers entered the home, they discovered something horrifying. The body of Enrique Gonzalez-Carbajal was inside. Detectives quickly determined the killing had been extremely violent. Investigators believe he was attacked with a knife. The disturbing scene immediately launched a full homicide investigation. As detectives started gathering evidence, one person quickly became the focus of the investigation: Alyssa Marie Lira. But investigators soon realized something troubling. She was missing, and not just missing from the apartment, missing from the country. Authorities believe Lira fled to Mexico shortly after the killing. Crossing international borders can make investigations far more complicated. Once a suspect leaves the country, it can take months, sometimes years, to bring them back. But investigators were determined to track her down. The case quickly became an international manhunt. Several agencies joined the search, including Anaheim Police, the Orange County District Attorney, federal investigators, Mexican law enforcement. For months, investigators followed leads, trying to locate Lira. Then finally, they caught a break. On January 22, 2026, after nearly 5 months on the run, Alyssa Marie Lira was located in Mexico. Authorities arrested her and transferred her into U.S. custody. She was brought back across the border through San Isidro and returned to California to face charges. Prosecutors charged Lira with felony murder. They also added an enhancement for using a deadly weapon during the crime. If convicted, she could face up to 26 years to life in prison. She is currently being held in Orange County Jail, awaiting court proceedings. Even with the arrest, many questions remain unanswered. What exactly happened inside that apartment? What led to the violent killing? And why did she flee the country immediately afterward? So far, investigators have not revealed a clear motive. Crimes involving romantic partners can escalate quickly. Experts say relationship violence often happens behind closed doors, and sometimes the warning signs are missed until tragedy strikes. The case of Alyssa Marie Lira is still unfolding. A man lost his life. A young woman now faces a possible lifetime in prison, and the full truth about what happened inside that apartment may only be revealed in court.